Leo. How's it going? I was gonna be typically harsh and just, tell you guys what you need to know. But I've rethought that approach. 5 of Cups in reverse. To let go is difficult and necessary, especially if you would like the next phase to begin. A lot is going to pull you towards the past. That's what I was actually going to yell at you about. But I realized that you're human. It's only natural. I could tell you to focus on work, and if you focus on work, you will become emotionally very satisfied. Either because your love relationship works out on its own, or because you meet someone through work. But there's no point in talking about that until we really address this. Sure, astrologically, in terms of work, career, notoriety, money even, you may have felt that's already rolling in. It's all going well. But a whole bunch just flipped out at once. If you are unable to stop doing the I used to be, but then that happened. If you can't stop doing that, the blessings miss you because the blessings require your attention. You see what I mean? So Queen of Wands, 9 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and the Hanged Man. Moving forward, leaving something behind and starting anew, especially in terms of work, or staying stuck. But what's really important here is understanding that the bridge between how you feel emotionally and how work is going is solid. You may not have realized it. You may not be wandering around thinking these things are completely unrelated. This is going like this and that's going like, no, it's all related. It's all the same thing. You'll even find that this month you can tell how you physically, your body reacts when you're upset, when you're thinking about the past, when you're thinking about toxic stuff. You can feel your own hanged man tendencies right now. And if there is someone toxic from the past, they will try, either their memory or they themselves or the most destructive part of you will try to reconnect with that energy. And the cards are very strongly advising against it. Do not engage that person at all. That person has no good intentions for you. The center of the reading is the 9 of Swords. It's the sadness of not being able to move past something. It's the frustration of it. And then mid-May, boom, 10 of Wands. The opportunity presents itself. You keep saying, I'm not like I used to be. Well, here's your chance to be exactly the way you used to be. Make Leo great again. Queen of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. From 8 of Pentacles to 6 of Pentacles, if you are misplaced in your anger, your frustration, your hurt this month, and you go off because you're not dealing with your own stuff, you'll lose money because of it. The tact has to be on 100 if you want the financial stuff to work out right now. If you're dealing with a Libra, it looks like there's a lot of love in the air, or meeting that loved one, new lover, whatever it is, through a pretty official institution. So if you're going to jury duty, look cute. No, but seriously, through work, through courts, through the church, whatever, through something official. But again, how can you, if you're 5 of Cups in reverse, first card out? So for me, it seems pretty obvious that your salvation in healing from the past, and also probably healing some physical stuff that's going on with you, has to do with finally shifting your focus from that Five of Cups, because Five of Cups in reverse isn't just the 3 cups that are spilled. Now all the cups have spilled. Whatever this is that you may feel the need to look at again, think about again, reconnect with again, that thing is completely over. There's nothing left there. And I think there's a part of Leo that finds that to be like a challenge, but that is an empty challenge. There's nothing to win. You can't be competitive when there's no prize. The prize in this situation would be you focusing on you. That would be the prize. And if you focus on you, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, there is a very good chance that you will feel the way you used to. If the sorrow and misery of the emotional stuff can be left behind for the new phase and the new work that must happen now. You've changed states. New Leo. Who this? Please use that response when this person is doing this, because if there's anyone who really doesn't want you to win, I'm just going to be very real with you. If there's anyone who doesn't want you to win, it's this person. They're a distraction. Also a disaster, but a disaster and a distraction. Yes, it's not the most tantalizing advice, but there's a lot of power in this, the receptivity of this. You are set to attract a lot of money, a lot of good luck, new partners, new business associates, new friends, a new look even. You should get on that before your season anyway. But all of it hinges on you not looking for your importance externally. And that's a big part of what this season is trying to teach you. Taurus season is about self-sustenance, right? It's about loving and caring for the self. And although you are that sign associated with the self, you expend far too much energy on others. The important, magical, fixed fire energy that you're supposed to keep for yourself. And this month is trying to teach you how to rein that in, keep it for yourself, and channel it into work, money, success, promotion. But I don't want to think about that stuff. I want to think about love. Okay, well, that's how you got into the miserable state you're in. You don't have to think about love for love to happen. You don't have to obsess about love to attract love. You don't have to make your life about being attractive to attract someone. Actually, the very opposite. The less you think about it, the less focus you put on it, the less fire you focus on it, the quicker that pot will boil. Now, if you're dealing with a great hurt, and right now you just don't want to hear it about the career, you don't want to hear it about the money, you really, really are stuck in the 9 of Swords. By the time you get to Gemini season, you'll feel the fire yourself. You'll want to move forward. You'll have all these plans and ideas, and then you'll start to see how stuck some of your past relationships that you haven't gotten rid of, some of your past toxic dynamics that you haven't gotten rid of yet, are holding you back. It's when you get that new burst of energy and you want to do stuff with it and you want to focus on yourself that you realize, like, yeah, they really don't want you to win. So what do we do, Leo, when they don't want you to win? We win. But that means focus. That means not indulging, no matter how bad it feels, in this energy. Because this energy doesn't belong to you. That's energy that you gave someone and you thought it was going to be reciprocated. No matter how long it's been, you're still walking around tied to this, like, why wasn't it reciprocated? No reason. It's a reflection of me. No, it's not. Never was. You know what is a reflection of you? What you do with this. That's a reflection of you How you move out of this state, that's a reflection of you. How you deal with this person who is still stuck in whatever misery they got going on. And this energy, this person who's reaching back out to you, or you feel like reaching out to them, or you just happen to be thinking about them, or they're coming up in your mind, or whatever past toxicity you're hearkening back to now, rest assured that that situation hasn't changed. That's what the Hangman is about. Like, that thing is exactly where you left it. What's the appeal in that? I mean, I know you're a fixed sign, but not this fixed. This is still fixed energy. She's immovable. She's not mobile. But look at the difference. You get to choose. Do you want to keep living your life through the reflection of someone else and what they did or didn't do? Or do you want to live your life for you? Let's look at these cards. Mwah, I love you. Hi, Leo. I'm so glad that I do 2 parts to these videos because there's so much in each reading and you could spend hours talking about it. And I love that you get my initial reaction and then I have a moment to think about it, to look at it again, to just apply everything that I know is going on with you astrologically and come back to it. So here we are. Let's start with this 5 of Cups in reverse. If you've been thinking through the first part of the reading, I don't know what she's talking about. I'm just not stuck here. Like, I just don't get what you mean. Well, the 5 of Cups in reverse is also a complete release. Like, you've let go of everything, even the things you should have held on to. So to me, this is the height of the Leo extreme, holding on to everything or holding on to nothing. Either way, it's destructive, which brings us to something very productive, which is the card's way of saying, listen, I know you feel like tearing it all down, but you got so much good stuff going on. Why would you want to? Why would you not instead focus on the things that give you power? But the pull astrologically for you is to really be thinking about some pretty self-destructive stuff. And why? What would be the point right now for your mind to obsessively want to bring you back to stuff that didn't work? I think because even if you let everything go, or if you didn't want to let any of it go, I think both of those are just symptomatic of you not being able to make sense of a hurt. And to be perfectly honest, it looks like you guys have been struggling with this for a while. We've been talking about it. So, Queen of Wands, 9 of Swords, 10 of Wands. This is also about a fire sign that you have a connection with. If this is someone that you are with, that person is going through a lot. And they've decided to turn their upset, their pain, their hurt into work. And I think within them, you also find an example. This could also be a fire sign who's a friend. It can be a lover, it can be an ex-lover. It's someone that still means a lot to you. And they found a way to deal with their pain, which is very inspiring. So if you are having trouble with the context of this reading and thinking, even if I do feel like the 5 of Cups in reverse, I don't have the energy. You said it yourself, 9 of Swords, middle of the reading. I don't have the energy for this. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. The sun doesn't run out. At least, right? For another like 93 million years or something. You got it. Of course, being here emotionally long enough, the Hangman can make you feel like you don't have it. And I get that too. And I've really been making a conscious effort, more than with any other sign, to become more gentle with you guys. Because for some reason, the cat delicacy, that mix of being super vicious and yet super sensitive, I can react badly to it if I don't take special care. If I just treat you how I treat everybody else, it's just way too abrasive for you. And so this is my sweetened version of the tea. This is the sweetened tea. And yet still a pretty bitter one at that, right? Because look at what it's calling you out on. This month, if you want it in a nutshell, is about telling you that your emotional hangups block your money. Your emotional hangups, your hurts, however you want to classify it, okay, maybe not emotional hangup, I got you. Maybe your traumas, your pains, things that you have not been able to move past that have to do with love or with self-esteem or with older family members, anything that has to do with the core you. Any trauma or sadness that you have held on to out of a stubbornness, out of a lack of understanding, out of a need to understand, you can clearly see in May how it gets in your way. From May into June, actually, you can feel this. And you can also see how people play into that and how people are actors in your movie. And you've cast these people and directed them to be a certain way because you want to get to a certain outcome. Am I saying that you want to be sad? No, but that's the message that you're giving out. I know you don't want to be, but it's hard to be mad when the food comes to the table when you ordered it. You know what I mean? Like it in terms of wealth, career, finance, money, promotion, all of that, you get to see that there is a direct link between how you feel and who you allow to make you feel whatever you feel. Hello. And what you make and what you do. Here's the extended, the beginning of the extended. So your advice is really clear here. Look. It's a very simple reading at that. Ignore the bullshit, but only not because you're a better person, not because you shouldn't be petty, not because of anything, but because you want to win. And at what? Not against anyone. Like I said, there's no prize there. The only prize here, the only thing you can win at now is life. Not anybody else's life, not what they think of you, not what you want them to think, but your own life. Water signs are playing with fire signs too. Water signs are manipulating the fuck out of fire signs right now. So you may also feel like really swinging that sword around, which is like honestly not really like you. You know, you got claws and fangs and stuff, but you're not really with the sword life. But you feel it, I think, because you're beginning to understand like what's really up in terms of that bridge we're talking about. If there's a if there's a Libra in your life, Leo, they may be someone that you can get great advice from about work, but also they may be a connect to some big loves. So I would say make it a point to hang out with the level-headed. Make it a point to start hanging out with people whose priorities reflect where you want to be. Because honestly, a lot of this also looks, and I'm not trying to be harsh, I'm just going to be very real with you for a second. A lot of this looks like it's your own doing because you hang out with people out of a need, like you need them more than they need you type of thing. Oh, I know, great way to end it, Umber, thanks. No, I'm just saying, like I'm trying to help you out. Because if you realize that they need you more than you need them, which is always the case, you will become more rare in your presence around them, and you will gain a greater respect amongst the people that you want respect from. Now I'm just putting my foot in my mouth because I said some real shit. Now you're gonna get mad. Don't get mad. I'll see you in the extended in just a second. Love you. Also, Leos, my Leos especially. My Leos in New York, okay? Because I was just speaking to one of you guys earlier this morning through the DMs. Listen, New York City, June 21st, Crown Heights, Brooklyn. When I tell you, when I was a kid, me and my friend Carolina went to a reggae party in Crown Heights. I was scared out of my mind the whole time. That was back when like Crown Heights was having riots. But we are having a dance party and a live podcast, inshallah, on June 21st in Crown Heights in Brooklyn at a place called We Are Much Different. Check them out on Instagram. I'll link everything below as well. But it's going to be a time. And you know when I, like the Leos are ready. So that's why I didn't even mention it in any of the other videos. But you know what it is. So I'll see you there, and I'll see you in the extended in just a second. We're gonna start here, and then we'll shuffle through and clarify each card. But also what we've been doing, because the extended is like, I just apply the way I read for myself to the extended, and the way I read for myself evolves, obviously. So now what we've started doing is that we'll like clarify, but if it's juicy, then we'll just clarify that. You know what I mean? Like, so we're going more and more in depth. It's very cool. So I'll see you there in just a sec. Love you.